just so we can see how this works. Let's see if
Okay.
it actually worked. I'm waiting for it to finish loading.
Okay.
They say it's streaming to YouTube right now. And I see I can, oh, okay. Well, we're definitely on there.
We on there?
Definitely on there. Um,
You see the link?
I don't see the link. I see us live, but I'm getting a link right now, and I'm going to put that on. Let me go back to Facebook.
Live on YouTube.
Oh yeah, just we know next time. I could have just dropped it right here for you, huh?
Yes, sir. There you go.
You see it?
Okay. Let me click on it. Yep, and they can comment and everything too. We only got 9 subscribers.
Okay, so we can drop that in the group, right?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Okay, okay. How can we tell how many people we got looking? Oh, it tell us how many people watching. Okay,
We're on YouTube.
on YouTube.
Uh,
I got it live. Well, I got it. I'm gonna just play it and then mute it. Okay. Okay, cool,
so is it
Kayla.
streaming in a group now?
It is streaming. I sent the link in the group, in Sis Be Real group, for them to join us on
YouTube.
YouTube. So I should see this number increase if any of them come over here to YouTube. So
Okay.
they have the link. Um, yep, I see a preview of us. It say join us on YouTube. Okay, so let's hop
I
right
can't
in.
even find a group.
You can't. Let me tag you in the. Let's see.
Okay.
I know I made the pictures the same. Oh, what did I press? At Kayla. You get that notification?
Let me see. All right, bet.
Okay, cool. Okay, so after multiple technical difficulties, y'all, we were overthinking the whole process. We really did. We kind of got, when technology throw a little wrench in there and then you get to thinking too hard. That's what we just did. So we figured we could just go stream straight to YouTube, which is where we put all of our content anyway. So, duh. It took us a minute. We are overachievers for one. I'm gonna tell you that, so don't do us. Anyway, uh, we
Follow
lost
us
a
on
few.
YouTube.
Right. Follow us on YouTube at Sis Be Real. Like ASAP, do that right now. Um, this is how we're gonna have to um do our lives going forward since Facebook wanna be like that. But it's cool. I don't even know if I can say that. I might get banned or something. Anyway, gotta be careful. So back to our topic today, which is mothering in different types of households. We lost a few of our team members. Our sis, they ain't come back. I don't know what they're doing. They probably had previous, you know, arranged engagements that they had to do. But we're here. So just Kayla and I, if one of them pop on here, hey, we just gonna go with the flow. So what I wanted to do first is for each of us to share how, like, what is it about our households that makes them unique compared to the traditional household. The traditional household looks like a mom, a dad, children, one, two, three, whatever amount, and not, it's not every day that our families look exactly like that. So, I want to first ask you, Kayla, how is
Me?
how is your household different?
Um, Unfortunately, I don't think it's different. Especially in our community, it's a lot of single parent families. So I don't have what people consider the American dream, the mom, the dad, and the kids. It's just me as a single parent as of now. So that's pretty much what my household consists of. So I don't have that extra person to have like to buffer stuff against, with the kids or to ask advice or just having that balance. I don't have that. So if you want to call it different, I would say so. But as we know, the way the system is set up, they want more single family homes, especially with minorities.
Yeah, yeah, it's unfortunate that that's what society kind of pushes you towards.
Mm-hmm.
But then on the flip side of that, it's also super hard to combat that, if you know what I mean. So what that sometimes means to us, while we have this idealistic type of household, um, you know, it may be impossible. Like for me,
Mm-hmm.
it was something that was impossible. I couldn't stay with the person that I had my first three children with. It was impossible. It was not ever going to happen. So, in order for me to have, like, I fought all I could, right? It
Mm-hmm.
still wasn't happening. But if you look at what that fight looks like, it's just too much. It's draining. It's devaluing. It's just the opposite of empowering, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
So my household looks a little bit different because I have a fully blended family. Um, when I married someone that had children. I had children coming into the marriage. So we have a whole real life Brady Bunch. I came with
Mm-hmm.
three children prior. My husband came with two children prior, and we have one child together. But then also, we also have my husband's mom in the household with us as well. So with having a blended family, it is a different, unique list of obstacles, or um, what's the word I want to use? Not obstacle. It's just, what's the word, Kayla? Like,
Shoot, in my head, I'm thinking opportunities because
opportunities, obstacles, different
yeah.
paths and routes, whatever you want to call it. It,
See,
it
you
looks
could walk
completely
out the
different.
door and your mother-in-law might be home or your husband might be home or the bigger kids might be home. I don't have that luxury. So
That's true.
I can't be gone for X amount of time because I don't have a babysitter. I can't travel like I want to because I don't have anyone, locally to, look after my child while I'm working or doing whatever.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's definitely a plus plus in my book.
Well, you have those pros and then you have those cons. So I'm gonna ask you, with you being in a single parent household right now with one child, what are some of the pros that you have that I
Oh,
wouldn't
that's
necessarily
easy.
have?
So, I really don't like if I want to do something, I really don't have anyone I have to consult with, not ask permission. I would say
Yeah.
consult out of respect. Like, oh, I want to go do this. I'm gonna go do that. I just do what I want to do. There's no one to tell me, yeah, nay, I don't think you should, or anything like that. Or say I don't want to cook dinner. I can go grab something to eat because it's just me and one minor child. A lot of people don't have, that luxury. Um, or I don't have to look for when I do want to go somewhere, I find somebody to babysit or child sit. It's not like I have multiple children that I have to, feel bad about putting up. It's just that one that I have to worry about and be concerned about. So I would say that's definitely a plus.
Okay. Um, one thing that is a pro for me, um, what would be a pro for me? For
I just
me,
gave you
I
one.
mean,
You could
I
walk
know
out.
that's a pro that you see for me. A pro for me though is, um, I'm trying so hard to say it ain't no pro. I'm trying not to say that. I get, I'm gonna have to come back to that one because I can't tell you right off the bat a pro. Yeah, I do get to, um, just
And
whenever
your
I,
kids have other kids too that they can play with, that's their sister or their brother. I don't
that's true.
have that,
That's true. They do have
you know?
companionship all the time, probably more. I think all the kids wish they could be an only child in my house. Whether or not that's good or bad, I don't know. Because I grew up with 7 siblings. So I don't know what it's like to yearn to have a sibling around to play with. And they don't either because it's 6 of them. So it's like to them it's probably a con, but I have to look at it from my eyes. Just I guess you're right, having someone
Yeah,
very
they have
close
somebody had a
to
back,
confide in,
Mm-hmm.
to protect them, most of them, to really bounce ideas off of, to be in the same age group as someone in the house and that can understand them from their point of view versus a parent looking at a child's point of view or whatever. Uh, yeah, like more like companionship. I'll say that. I'll give it that as a pro. Um, in my house, yeah, and then I do get to travel when I need to. My mom-in-law very likely is not going anywhere. She didn't want to come here. Like she said, she get in the airplane one time and that's it. She's not ever getting back in it. Um, and I try not to take advantage of that. I promise. But it managing a household with 8 different people, it has its unique challenges, and it is a lot, Kayla. It is a lot keeping up with all the different personalities, what this person likes, what this person doesn't like. Outside of my birth children, which I feel like I know very well, is learning 2 additional children that are, halfway through adolescence and learning their likes, their dislikes, uh, teaching them things that were instilled in them that I would love to see instilled in them to make them productive adults. Um, and then into yourself. Um, it is so tiring. I'll tell you that. I don't even understand how I manage. I'm not. I won't even lie. Like I tell them all the time when I'm overstimulated. When I'm overstimulated, I'm just gonna hop on the airplane because that's my love language. I'm just gonna go somewhere. And I think they understand what that means. It's just life can just be too much because they are a lot. They are very unique people, and woo, child, baby, and the daddy just don't get it. That's a whole male. The male species just don't get it.
No,
I
I
don't.
think they actually love it. I think they like all of the kids, all of the commotion and stuff like that. It's just something in their DNA where they feel like this is normal. This is how it should be.
You think
What's
so?
the issue? Yeah, I've
I
seen
mean,
it with my own 2 eyes.
but like when and maybe my husband's just good at managing the pieces that I hand over to him.
hmm
Because when I get to a point where I'm like overstimulated, he will he would just kick in naturally. But you could have been doing it the whole time and I wouldn't have got overstimulated. um, just that process of thinking like, okay, this person is holding a load that, it's even though that's what I signed up for, it's not something that becomes an expectation It's something that I have to want to do, right? As a wife,
Mhm.
I have to want to do that. But when it gets to be too much and it's more of the burden is on me than on him, he gets like, he gets the worst parts of me, the absolute worst parts. And me being me, I was shut down, communication wise. I can do that so well. It's so toxic. Oh,
Yeah.
but that was me from probably age 6 all the way up
Mhm.
to 34. Just, I mastered just shutting down, not
Mhm.
feeling any kind of way. Some may call it nonchalant. Just, I just don't care. Like
Mhm.
I can't afford to care at some point or whatever. Um, and that's the part that I'm saying I don't think he understands that the weight
Mhm.
of it all, even though that may be what he desires in his eyes, but knowing what toll that takes on somebody.
Yes.
And if you
I
think
don't
about it,
think
really
I don't
the other
think
way
they
too,
understand
because
that
I came to the relationship with kids too. So it's not like it's just one sided.
one way.
But when black dads, like typical dads, when they don't grow up in the household with their children, they're used to somebody else raising their kids. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that's what makes it frustrating for me, is because while I have all the kids here, it's like all that pressure comes on me because the dad is used to not raising the kids and not being here with the kids. And then I have my birth children that their dad don't even get to parent at all these kids. It's like all of that weight is on me.
Mhm.
Not to be like me during this live or whatever, but that is the bulk of why I am like how I am. And I'm not the best at it, I'm far from it. I'm learning every single day. I have to pick those battles or whatever. But it's hard. It's hard. Like
Yeah, it is.
I would I wish that I only had one child? No. Um, Not because it wouldn't be easier, but only because I would have to go back in time and I don't ever want to revisit that part of my life ever again. I'd rather deal with what I have right now and cherish it, than tend to go back in time to that place where I was mentally. No, give me everything that happened. I'm gonna take that and live with the present. Um, so my next question is, how does single parenting, um, what kind of single parent struggles do you have with discipline?
A lot. Um, I don't even know where to start because it's like I raised two only children because they're 14 years apart. With both the boy and the girl. It's like when I discipline, like I said, there's just me and there's no one else to consult with or talk to and say, am I doing this correctly? What do you suggest? Because there's no book on parenting
Right.
and everything falls on you. And then when the other parent comes in the picture, even if they're not doing anything financially or whatever, hold on a second. What's up? What's up? They're looked at as the savior, the hero,
Mm-hmm.
because all they're doing is coming and giving this and coming and giving that. But you have to be the one to do the discipline. You have to want to make sure the education is on point. You have to, so everything falls on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which I think sucks. It definitely sucks. But part of me absolutely loves not having nobody else to consult. Like if I want my child to be a certain way and I mastered that, I feel like I'm the best person to be the disciplinarian person at that point. Um, that's one of the things that is a struggle for me, um, in my blended household, is because there are kids that have a whole nother mom. There are kids that have whole other dad here, besides who's present. And sometimes those discipline styles they clash. They don't always, we're not always on the same page. So most times that looks like not communicating with that other parent at all. Just because, especially with like my stepchildren, their dad wasn't consulted on certain things when she was raising the children. You know what I'm saying? Her kids. It was only when it got to a certain point that she reached out and was like, "I can't take it no more. You better come get them," or whatever. And toxic again. But that's one reason I feel like I can handle the load or whatever, and I don't need to reach out to her for anything unless it's an emergency and something happening to one of these kids. She can just communicate with them. They old enough, they big enough to voice whatever concerns they have directly to her, which I don't mind because I'm not trying to replace anybody's parent. I'm just trying to master my role as stepmom to these kids and birth mom to the ones I birthed into this world, whatever. So it's not always bad being the only person to discipline, but I do get to see the other side of that. How children can prefer one parent over the other because one is the disciplinary person, the other is the hero, the person that's dropping off the gifts, the money, the person that the child desires to be with because it's all fun and games. They don't think they have to get disciplined over there. They just think, this is all that they're going to do because they're relying on gifts or tangible items versus time being spent or, other types of different ways to parent. So I get that. And I'm a super fair mom. I'll say that. I'm a super fair mom. Boys versus girls, big kids versus little kids. Um, and I think that's another one of my challenges is because the big kids think the little kids got it easy, that you get soft over time, right? The little kids think the big kids got all the freedom in the world. They can go do whatever they want to do or whatever. And I try to put it in word in a way for them to understand what it is I'm trying to get across. But like across the board, it's pretty fair. I'm not saying there's not one-offs or whatever. But that's one way, I struggle again. It's a lot to keep up with because you got to keep tallies on who went here this weekend, this person going this weekend. Like right now, I got 3 kids going spending the night over other people's house. One of them at a swimming party. One is upstairs braiding a mannequin hair. The other one just left out the house to go to the swimming party with the other kid. And it's like it's just so many moving parts. Like
I know who upstairs braiding the mannequin hair.
you already know. Girl, she don't go nowhere. She gonna always be in the house or whatever. Having a stepmom in the house is very super helpful because you get an older type of like an old fashioned type of discipline that the ones that we were used to coming up as little kids or minors or whatever, which I think is great to have. But sometimes that clash so badly because I'll give you an example, Kayla. For some reason, my husband don't like for people to discipline like his birth children. He don't like it. And but remember, I'm related to one of these kids, right? I birthed one of these kids. So
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
puts you in
you
a very
you
difficult
can't.
situation.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of whoever. Hey, Adam, look, if you don't agree with, you better teach. Like, and he's kind of old style. I'm more modern, but his mom is more old school. But she understands being a woman, right? So it's like, what did you like do? What? Shut up! This is my daughter. I can't just like tell her to keep her hands off. Like for example, I'm not that mom that says men don't put your hand on women. Boys don't put your hands on girls. The mom that will say you knock their ass out, point blank and period. Girl, boy, both. I don't care. Like,
Whatever, right.
um, you just don't ever the first leg. Okay? You're gonna end it, you're not starting it. Okay? So they can know not to play with you. That's just how I am. But see, he's like, well, if a girl hit a boy, the boy just supposed to not do anything at all. And I'm like, no, because you're teaching my son that girls can just put their hands on him, and that's okay, and that's not okay with me at all, regardless. I do let the girls know, hey, y'all are way smaller than men. You're like growing up, you're gonna be women, you're gonna be smaller. It's muscles that we don't have. You cannot be out here just putting your hands on one. I think more women need to teach their daughters that. Period. Like, don't do that. Like, cause they had parents. The daughter had a parent that said they can put their hands on men, and it's okay, and it's not. Um, that's one of the things that we kind of struggle with. But most of the time, he just shut up and just let me do what I'm gonna do. Cause I'm the alpha female around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta pick your battles. Pick your battles. You can't win them all. Some of them I'm gonna shut up because I ain't, I can't. But some that you're super passionate about, I'm speaking my mind, and it's gonna get said, and they're gonna see me speaking my mind. Like, you're not gonna hush me up, and I think it's good for them to see that. That should nobody be able to dim your passion on something, if that makes sense, girl. Um, what other question did I have for us? We talked about some of our struggles, with our different households. Do you think that based on the type of parent or mom that you are right now, do you think your daughter will repeat that same type of household? Do you think, like, based on what you've seen so far, do you think it's a type of lifestyle, like being, even though you had two only children, do you think she would be someone that would do the opposite and rebel against what you've done and had like multiple kids? Do you think she's going to be childless or just with one because that's what she was accustomed to? What do you think?
I don't think she gonna have no children.
You don't think any?
Yeah, my son, she like to have fun. She likes to live her life. I don't see children in the decks. I want her to have some because ain't nothing like your daughter's child. I
Mm-hmm.
hate to say it, a double standard, but it's true. My son, he clearly has a lot of children. He has 4 children already. But like I said, it's different because that's your son child. So, you may see him, you may not, depending on the mother, because, mother always have more say. So I try to be as active as I can in their life. But I don't know if my daughter, she's rebellious right now. So anything you tell her to do or show her, she wants to do the complete opposite. So I don't know
Okay.
if she's going, only thing my suggestion when it comes to stuff like that is you just raise the child up in the way that you want them to go. Hopefully, everything that you put in them and planted in them that they saw, coming up, whether it's church, your work ethics, your ways. If they sit there and say you being messy all day long, talking on the phone, they gonna pick up them type of habits. So you're just hoping and praying that whatever you put in them, especially the good characteristics, that it stick with them. So I
Yeah.
see my daughter doing her own thing, but eventually, as time progressed, that light bulb clicking on, like, oh yeah, now I remember why my mama said this. Oh, now I remember why she did that.
Mm. As far as me and these kids,
I think my
I
son more like me than her.
you think so? Um, I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know because like my oldest son said he don't ever want to have any kids. That he just want to do everything that he wants to do when he wanted to do it, and I'm confident that that's what he'll be like. Um, I'm definitely don't think Tiani's gonna have any kids. Caden and Nia, I don't know. I can't really tell. I can't really tell. They super kids, just they is outside to play every day. So I can't really say. I would hope I get some grandkids somewhere down the line. I waited forever to even have these kids, so it's like I hope I get to experience that sometime in life. If I said which one of my kids that I feel like would be the first parent out of them, I would have thought I can't even say probably probably Nia. I would say probably Nia out of all people. That's just a hunch. It's not based on any kind of anything. Just a hunch. or whatever. But that's so many years from now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be hella old when I get some grandkids.
You should be an official grandma, okay?
Yeah,
A real
yeah,
grandma.
yep, yep.
This grandma's still trying to live her life and get turned up. And
Yes.
this summer, I'm gonna be on grandma duty with 3 kids. Can't do
Eh,
nothing. Summer is cut short, cut in half.
it's okay. You weren't gonna be doing that anyway. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's crazy. They do see me, struggle when I struggle. They don't see me get everything that I desire. Um, so hopefully that pushes them to just put themselves first and always think and be selfish in a way, which is one thing that I kind of instill in them. Think about yourself because that's what everybody else gonna do. Think about their self. There's nothing wrong with being selfish. And I wish I would have learned that like so many more years ago than just
You and me
recently.
both, because my grandma and my mom told me the complete opposite. They told me to give, 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 put yourself last, and it put me in the worst situation. And I'm just like, I'm just now putting myself first and still having a struggle with that.
Yeah, yeah, you have to unlearn that. And that's a whole struggle to unlearn that. Because that's what society tells you to be as a mom, a woman, a business owner, a sister, a daughter, a cousin, a female, period. They tell you to put yourself on a back burner. And I'm like, no, if I could go back and just be selfish, I probably wouldn't even have any kids. I won't even lie. I probably wouldn't even have any kids. Girl, who knows? But I also, but again, we're not going back. I'm just saying, like, I wish that was instilled a little earlier, just prioritizing yourself. So, um, yeah. So I think that's all I got for us today. I know it was kind of
Well,
like
I'm glad we
late.
figured it out for next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Definitely, we don't give up.
Right, right. And I did. I'm glad I stuck in there, like you said. I wanted to give up several times today. I ain't gonna even lie. Today been today. um, so I'm glad I got people around me to tell me to stick with it. So we figured that out though, sis. So
And I'm glad I got people around me telling me, no, Kayla, forget them people, Kayla. Screw them, Kayla. Block their number, Kayla. I'm
block
like, oh
them.
Lord.
Don't answer that phone, Kayla. That's what we here for, that circle is so important. I don't know what I do without y'all, like for real. So, sis, um, we are gonna perfect this process here. We're gonna get everybody over from the Facebook group to YouTube for next Friday. I'll drop the topic in the group.
Okay.
So we'll know what that topic is. Again, it's gonna be mother centric, some type of mothering topic. And hopefully we have all 6 of us. It's 6 of us, right? I think it's 6 of us. All 6 of us here next time versus just us two. Because we back on and it's every Friday. We is
Yes,
back in this thing.
consistency is key.
Yeah, because tax season almost took us out, y'all. Like for real. Like that's why we was out and out. We was grinding. We got houses to buy. We got houses to build. We got businesses to start, capital to grow, like earn, and all of that. So we'll see y'all back here on Friday. And we're gonna get all these people moved over. So help me with doing that, sis, with helping people get over to this YouTube channel. And
Okay.
I ain't gotta download them no more, upload them no more. Hey, because they already
Oh, yeah,
here.
because it's already here. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So I hope it stays. But we'll see.
It'll stay.
Okay, cool. Okay, girl. Well, I'll let you go ahead and enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'm gonna talk
You
to
as
you later.
well. All right. Love you, sis.
Love you too, girl.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.